Can you hear me through the quiz? Yeah, I've been muted. You should be able to hear me now. Yeah. And is Mike ready as well? Okay. Mike's here. Mike's here. Okay. Mike's here. Is Andrea ready? Okay. Yeah. Don't know. Oh, so we can hear you. Hear you through me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Shows off all my great features. Well, maybe it's not picking it up. Maybe if I shout. Yeah, there's a 1 second delay. Yeah. Shall we get started? It's all very one way. Okay. Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started with the questions in a moment. So this is the 2021 Virtual Fizz Quiz. Before we start, just a little bit of housekeeping. If you can't hear me, something's going wrong. So if any of your teammates complain that they can't hear you, hear me, then hit the unmute button. So I'm muted by default. So if one of your teammates says they can't hear me, that will be the reason. First of all, thank you. So thank you for the organising committee, especially my wife, Beth, and Andrea. We've done a lot of work in putting this together. You won't believe how the amount of work that goes into this. So thank you very much. And a thank you to you for taking part, for ordering the curries, taking part in the quiz. It all goes towards the school, which, as you know, we haven't had the chance to put any time or opportunity to do the fundraising that we normally would this time of year. So everything you've done, every donation is really appreciated. So that's a big thank you. At this point, I'll talk about the prizes. I don't know what they are. So you take it from me, they're excellent and well worth the time and very, very good. And I'm also going to talk about the raffle. So there are various raffle prizes donated by various people, which I will read out if I had that information to hand. But raffle prize 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they will be read out towards the end, just to keep you on your toes, keep you keen throughout the quiz. Okay, so I'll check with Andrea later whether I don't think you can buy any more raffle prizes throughout, but we'll do that later. Okay, logistics wise. So what you should see in a moment is the screen in front of you. You can use the chat function to chat to everyone, so be warned. This will go a message to everyone taking part in the quiz. So if you see the right hand side of the screen there, that chat goes to everyone taking part. So if you want to call out somebody, some witty banter, then please go ahead. If you just want to chat with your team, please, you can use you can toggle between everyone and my team. If you missed a question, if I'm going too fast or something like that, please just let me know, use the chat, because I can't hear anyone. So this is all me. If you grow out the beard, you could be a thin Santa. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So this is just a test, because I think you guys can hear me, but I'll just do a test. Can somebody tell me that you can hear me? Because I know I'll probably on the day we'll have some Stu just to let me know. So thank you. Yes, that is good witty banter. Thank you. Very good. What we're going to do, we're going to get going with the first question. Here we go. Don't know where that comes from. Hang on. That's very weird. I've changed these questions to be multiple choice, but they... Okay, well, that's a learning. I've changed these questions, but I think what I have to do is add them back in. I might do that now. Hang on, bear with me. Whether we can, I don't know. We'll have to go with it as it is. Anyway, that's strange. We'll do another test on that. So basically, just so you know, you create rounds and you apply rounds to the quiz. Yeah, it's an anagram. Yeah, and this is that's confused me. Anyway, I changed the questions to be multiple choice, but I think because I'd loaded these questions as being the first ones beforehand, it had updated the questions. It's sort of like a cache of those original questions. Okay, that's what we practice. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll go back to, I'll read out the clues instead of you. So this should be a multiple choice. This is how it is currently in the background. So I'll read it out. Whoa, what? No.
I'm in the wrong quiz. I'm in the actual quiz covering. Hold on a minute. Right, I was like, I can't see any anagrams. Right. Okay, so pause there. So moderators, if you press the wizard hat, can you see what I can see, which is? Hold on, let me put my giant goldfish bowl down. Can you see?
You're right for me to carry on, or you still chatting? Okay.
So you're on this screen, and then press wizard hand. Yeah. So Suicide Squad have correctly said the answer, but there is one person that has typed in something random. So this is ungraded because there's no way they can predict that as a wrong answer. So one of us as moderators has to press the thumbs up or thumbs down if there is something other. If there are lots that are, if they're all wrong, you do have capacity, like there would be more listed under here. All thumbs down, all thumbs up, yeah. But only one of us has to do it. So I suggest maybe one, like Andrew, if you want to start, I'll start and somebody else starts. I think we've got probably too many moderators that we actually need because there's only like 18.
Right, can I? No.
Well, let's just, I don't think we'll do this. Or maybe we say we just have a backup. Have two of us as moderators, so we can be there as backup. At least we all know how to do it. Okay, so I've said no, they are wrong. Okay, so now carry on, Dave.
Okay. Right. So let's give this round a proper introduction. These are film anagrams. We're starting this one. So just in case people join late, this will be marked after the next round. So you've got a bit of time. You should still be able to see the questions. What you need to do is enter in your answers. And if you want to do a bit of a test, if you've got more, obviously you'll have different team members in different places. What you can do is each enter different answers, and it's the last answer entered. It's the last answer entered that will be counted as your answer. So you can all suggest different answers from your different locations, but it'll be the last answer entered. So do have a double check just in case one of your team members has sneakily put another answer in there. That will be counted as your final answer. And this will be the same for these free text answers and the multiple choice answers as well. So keep an eye on what you've answered. So this round is the anagrams round. Nice, easy introduction. So you can either get it from the anagram or you can get it from the picture. So that's the first one. Moving on to the next one. Regards, Cotton. Yeah. I'll just explain that. Yeah, I was going to do it on the first one. I was just a bit blindsided because the questions weren't displayed as. Okay. Okay. Are we good to go? Okay, so let's do that again from the top. So you can see the first question there. It's an anagram. You could get it from the anagram, or you can get it from the picture. With your team, each team member from their different locations can enter a different answer, and it's the last selected answer. So loads of people will be putting answers in, and you can each select that answer, and it's that whoever selects it last. So anyone can select. It's a bit of a group decision. Okay, so make sure that one of your team members hasn't sneakily changed that that decision. It's the last change that was made on that decision. Okay, so moving on to question number 3. For film buffs, I think this is a nice, easy starter round for you. So I'll move on to the next one. Okay. Okay, Rum Pet Frog. Everyone knows this one. Moving on, That Deep Red. A bit harder this time. Right. In 1 minute, we'll be, well, less than a minute. In a few seconds, we'll be moving on to the next round, which will be a general knowledge round. So that was a nice, gentle introduction there with the film round. Hopefully, everyone's got used to how the scoring works, how you can check your teammates' answers. But now we'll move on to. That was the final question of the film. No. Question 5. Yeah, I was just trying to catch up. I obviously would go next. I'm just trying to catch up with the time. But I don't know. I just assume these are obvious answers. So apart from that last one. Well, you could argue you've got all the spelling, you've got all the letters you need to spell it correctly. So I don't know. I'll let your moderators decide on that one. Okay. It won't let you. It won't let you move on to the next round if there are unanswered or ungraded answers. No, it won't let you, the moderator, move on. Ungraded. So did Mike and Andrea have is there like a lag with the questions appearing for them? Okay. Oh, okay. What I'll make a note is make it the million. Like, if anything glitchy happens, refresh your screen and it will catch up. Okay, so if you refresh the page, or you have to, that's a good point. If you refresh the page, or you have to reinsert the connection, then you will need to unmute me again. Yeah. We good? Can Okay. Okay, the next round is a general knowledge round. Can you mute yourself, Beth? Okay. Question number 1. Comice, Conference, and Williams are all varieties of which fruit? Comice, Conference, and Williams are all varieties of which fruit? Okay, to move on. Yeah, you can overwrite someone else's answer.
I'm confused why this.
Okay. That's me. I'm also. I've got it on my phone so I can see it. Right, are we ready to go? Okay. Question number 2. Okay. Question number 2. What's the name of the cowgirl in the Toy Story films? What's the name of the cowgirl in the Toy Story films? Question number 3. In which northern town is the fictional Phoenix Club that featured in the TV show Phoenix Nights? Which northern town is the fictional Phoenix Club which featured in the TV show Phoenix Nights? Question 4. Which company makes the Kit Kat chocolate biscuits? Which company makes the Kit Kat chocolate biscuits? Question 5. Whose first book was called How to Cheat at Cooking? Question 5. Whose first book was called How to Cheat at Cooking? So just a reminder, we'll be scoring every other round. So you've got the chance to review previous answers for the last 2 rounds at any point. I could change it back to we score every round if that's easier for the moderators. Okay, I'll change it to it's scoring every round on the night then. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have a little bit of a break in between. Maybe I'll get a thumbs up from you when you're happy. Yeah, okay. Okay. But you'll just be on your headphones, Beth, won't you? Okay, question number 6. What is the collective noun for a group of frogs? Question 6. What is the collective noun for a group of frogs? Question 7. Which ancient Greek titan carried the world on his shoulders? Question 7. Which ancient Greek titan carried the world on his shoulders? Who was the inventor of the television? Question 9. Who was caught trying to blow up Parliament in 1605? Question 10. Which Italian bread is so named because the shape resembles a slipper? Which Italian bread is so named because the shape resembles a slipper? Okay, we'll give you maybe another 20 seconds or so just to review those answers from that round. And then we'll score those rounds. Ready, moderators? Yeah, I would do on the night. I'm just conscious of getting through the questions tonight, but yeah, I'll give a minute. Well, let's. I mean, we only really started about, I don't know. I don't know really. I don't know whether people, depends on some people just want to crank through the questions and get it over with. And 5-minute break. There's 10 rounds. Yeah. So I didn't know. Can you still buy tickets? I can plug a hyperlink in the chat, so I can in the text, so I can talk about in between each round. Just a reminder: the raffle prize, amazing prizes. Zoom dies. Yeah, I did have that as a note that if people are joining from 1:15, about 5:02, I'm gonna put a natural pause in, and I was thinking of doing, obviously there'll be some pauses there anyway, but being aware that most people's free Zooms will die, so I was going to have a a bigger pause then at that point. Is there a way for a moderator to hear you? Yeah, a moderator could join the quiz, but then that's using up a team spot. But I don't think that's going to be a problem on the day. What I suggest is on the day, I doubt we're going to have all the teams sold out, so we have a moderator team, so you can listen on the quiz if you want to. But that might cause reverb. Yeah, that's a good shout. But again, I wonder if you get the reverb through that. You might have to listen to the YouTube on a different device. So if you're listening to the Zoom and the YouTube link, you might get feedback all around. One of you, I think, would be enough. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll make sure everyone's got the YouTube link as well.
So if I do one, I just check back on questions 1, 2, and 3 each time. We'll come back to the raffle details at the end of this quiz run through, just so Dave's clear on how it works and blah blah blah. Should we carry on?
Ready to go?
So I'm doing 1, 2, 3. Alana, you're doing. Yes. 4, 5, 6. Yes.
It's worth working out. Not all rounds have 10 questions. Some of them have a lot of them have 8.
Not all questions will need moderating anyway, because they'll all be answered right or whatever. And we can't progress to the next round anyway, so we'll
Okay, let's go. Next question. We're going to show the answers for the last few rounds. So, relatively easy round for some. First one was, of course, Suicide Squad. About a third of you got that correct. Question 2 was Doctor Strange. 3, can you mute that, Beth, or put your headphones in? Question 3 was The Shining. All of you got that right. Question 4 was Forrest Gump. Despite my misspelling, all of you got that right. And question 5, maybe a trickier one, was The Departed. So that's the 5 film round questions. Moving on to general knowledge. Question 1. Comis, Conference, and Williams, all varieties. Which fruit? A pear. What's the name of the cowgirl in the Toy Story films? Well done, Disney fans. It was, of course, Jessie. In which northern town is the fictional Phoenix Nights that featured the TV show Phoenix Club and that featured in the TV show Phoenix Nights? It was Bolton. Which company makes the Kit Kat chocolate biscuits? Nestle Roundtree. Whose first book was called How to Cheat at Cooking? The answer was Delia Smith. Question 6. What is the collective name for a group of frogs? The answer is an army. Question 7. Which ancient Greek titan carried the world on his shoulders? It was Atlas. Question 8. Who invented the TV? John Logie Baird. And question 9, and we all know this one, it was Guy Fawkes. And which Italian bread is so named because the shape resembles a slipper? It's a ciabatta. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. So far we have the A team in the lead, the boss second, and my token team there, just there in third. Okay, this round is the biscuit round. There are 10 biscuits, pictures of biscuits, and you have to name that biscuit.
Yeah, I think it's as long as.
What at the moment, the scores are every other round, and that locks the questions. Sorry, it locks the answers from people, but it doesn't lock the scoring. Okay, with this round, what I'll do is I'll show you relatively quickly each of these biscuits, and then give you some pondering and some chat time on each of these biscuits. So here we go. Biscuit 1. What am I? Biscuit 2. Biscuit 3. And if you need to, you can click on the image to get a bigger picture of that image. Biscuit 4. Biscuit 5. Biscuit 6. Biscuit 7. Biscuit 8. Biscuit 9. Biscuit 10. Speed biscuit in, yeah. I thought just the what I'm going to give you now is 2 minutes to just crank through those answers and let me know if that feels about right. There's 10 biscuits. Okay, we'll move on to the next round in about 30 seconds, but you will have the chance to keep on noodling over those biscuit answers until we. Okay, so what do you want me to not have? Do you want me to score after every round? Well, no, I've set it. There are settings, so you can choose when you score. You can choose whether you score after each round, or you can score after later rounds. So I've set it every other round, but it sounds like I'll change it so you score after each round. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's it. You've 2 minutes. Hopefully that sounded all right. So we're going to move on to the next round. Now, when we're doing this live, I would be giving the answers right now. But what we're actually going to do is move on to the science and nature round. Question number 1. In which part of the human body would you find the atlas bone? In which part of the human body would you find the atlas bone? Question 2. Yukon Gold and Russian banana are both varieties of which vegetable? Yukon Gold and Russian banana are both varieties of which vegetable? Question 3. Which American is generally credited with the invention of the bifocal spectacles? Question 4, sorry. What does GIF stand for? It's a type of compressed, static, or animated image file. Everyone knows what a GIF is. What does it stand for? Question 5 of 8. Approximately what percentage of the Earth's surface is covered in water? Oh, this is one of those ones I need to translate this into a multi-choice to make these answers easier. I think what I'll do on some of these, just to make the marking easier, I'll make these multi-choice. Question 6. Which number on the pH scale would indicate a neutral substance? Which number on the pH scale would indicate a neutral substance? Question number 8. What is a female alligator called? What is a female alligator called? And the last question in this round. This is one of the confusing ones. How many times bigger is Jupiter than Earth? How many times bigger is Jupiter than Earth? So let's have another minute to check those answers with your team, and then we'll score and move on. So that was the question 8. That's the last question in this round. I think that gets highlighted as a funny wrong answer. Yeah. Yeah. What, the answer in the system? Isn't the answer not in there? I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. Okay. Put it whatever seems right on that one. I think it's 11 is the answer. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the next round. So the answers, last 2 rounds, the biscuit round. Let's have a look. Show answer number 1 was an Oreo. Biscuit number 2 was a custard cream. 100% record from the boys so far. Well done, boys. 3 was a wagon wheel. Question number 4 was a hobnob. This is not a hobnob. Apparently it is. It's a hobnob. Question number 5 is a pink wafer. Number 6 is a Garibaldi. Good biscuit knowledge so far, boys. It's a Jammy Dodger. Number 8 is a malted milk. Number 9 is a Tunnocks tea cake, or just a tea cake. And number 10 was a Bourbon biscuit. The Science Nature round. The atlas bone is found in the spine. Yukon Gold and Russian Banana are potatoes. Benjamin Franklin. Yes, okay. Very good. GIF stands for Graphics Interchange Format. Giggling image, yeah. A lot of them are just giggling things. 71% of the Earth is covered in water. pH 7 is a neutral substance. Well done. Remember your GCSE chemistry. A female alligator is called a cow. Sweetheart. Very good. How many times bigger is Jupiter than the Earth? I need to check that. So I think it was 11, but moving on. Review your scores. We have the A team in the lead with the boss second. Yeah, that one's something's gone wrong in that one, so that'll be correct, that one. Okay, moving swiftly on to the balls round. So how this is going to work, I'm going to give you a starter ball, and what I want you to do is tell me whether the following ball is bigger or smaller than that ball. Okay, so I'm going to give you some balls, and I want you to tell me whether the following ball is bigger or smaller than the preceding ball. So the starter ball is a football. Starting with a football, is the following ball bigger or smaller than a football? Basketball. Is that bigger or smaller than a football? So moderators, you can, this is an easy one for you guys. You don't need to moderate this. Volleyball. Volleyball, is this bigger or smaller than a basketball? Bowling ball. Is this bigger or smaller than a volleyball? Don't ask me what size bowling ball. Average size bowling ball. Golf ball. We know what that one is. But a squash ball, is that bigger or smaller? just for you. Is a squash ball bigger or smaller than a golf ball? Tennis ball, is that bigger or smaller than a squash ball? Cricket ball, is that bigger or smaller than a tennis ball? Yeah, It would be quite good to put an Ed Balls in there. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Could be a good run. Ping pong ball, bigger or smaller than a cricket ball? Yeah. Okay. Right. So that all. We're moving on. We'll answer that one now in the actual night, but that'll be quick moderation on that one. Moving on to the Who Are You round. So I'm going to give you some clues about a person. You can read the clues on the screen, or you can listen to my voice, and you've got to guess who that person is. Number one. I was born in Honolulu, Hawaii in 1961. I am a graduate of Columbia University and Harvard Law School. Who am I? I was born in Honolulu, Hawaii in 1961. I'm a graduate of Columbia University and Harvard Law School. Who am I? Number two. I was born in Liverpool in 1940. My first band was called the Quarrymen. I went on to become extremely influential through my fame and peace work. Who am I? Number three. I was born in Brighton in 1978. I was a child model. I modeled for a clothing line at age 13, and I later became a page 3 model. I've been married 3 times. Question 4. I was born in Basel, Switzerland in 1981. I can speak 6 languages. I've so far won $130 million in prize money. But am I happy? Question number 7 of 5. Question number 5 of 8. I was born in Indiana, USA, 1958. I was the 8th and last child of my family. I worked alongside 4 of my brothers in my child career before going out on my own. I was born in Indiana, USA, 1958. I was the 8th and last child of the family. I worked alongside 4 of my brothers in my child career before going out on my own. Who am I? Question number 6. I was born in Mississippi, USA in 1954. In my 20s, I got my break as a radio host and later on TV. I'm worth 2.7 billion today. I was born in Mississippi, USA, 1954. In my 20s, I got my break as a radio host and later on TV. I'm worth 2.7 billion today. I was born in a royal palace in Greenwich. Sorry, this is question number 7 of 8. I was born in a royal palace in Greenwich in 1491. I had at least 7 illegitimate children from my mistresses. My nickname was Old Copper-Nose. I was born in a royal palace in Greenwich, 1491. I had at least 7 illegitimate children from my mistresses. My nickname was Old Copper-Nose. Last question in this round. I was born in 1964 in the Upper East Manhattan, New York. One of my middle names is, I can't pronounce this one, Defifel. Officially, I have 6 children. I was born in 1964 in the Upper East Manhattan, New York. One of my middle names is Defifel. Officially, I have 6 children. Right, give you a couple of minutes, and at this point, I'm estimating this is the Zoom break in the actual quiz. So a couple of minutes to check your answers with your teammates, then we'll come back and we'll give the answers to the last 2 rounds. Right, I'll just presume we've had that break and we'll move on. Okay, the balls round. Basketball, yep, well done. Bigger than a football. A volleyball is smaller than a basketball. Bowling ball is bigger than a volleyball. Golf ball, of course, is smaller than a bowling ball. And a squash ball is indeed smaller than a golf ball. Tennis ball, of course, is bigger than a squash ball. And yes, well done, guys. A cricket ball is bigger than a tennis ball. And a ping pong ball is smaller than a cricket ball. The Who Am I round. Who are you? Question number 1. Born in Honolulu, Hawaii, it was indeed Barack Obama. Of course, John Lennon, born in Liverpool, first band The Quarrymen. Question number 3. Born in Brighton, 1978, it was Jordan. Question number 4. Born in Basel, Switzerland, Roger Federer. Number 5. Born in Indiana, 1958, it was Michael Jackson. Born in Mississippi, 1954, worth 2.7 billion today, Oprah Winfrey. Number 7, you all got that right. Known as Old Copper-Nose was Henry VIII. Number 9, well done, Boris Knobjockey Johnson. Officially 6 children, but how many? I'll leave that to you. Okay. In the lead, we have the A team with a total of, I can't see the total on this phone. No, won't show me. In the lead, we have the A team. Second is the boss. Moving on to the next round, which is the cats and dogs round. Round 7, cats and dogs. Question 1. So these are multiple choice, so this will be a lot easier for you moderators. Question number 1. According to a 2020 survey of 20,000 owners, what is the most popular dog breed in the UK? I need to really delete that, repeated 2020. Cockapoo, Copper Spaniel, Golden Retriever, or a Labrador? What's a group of cats called? A pack, a clowder, a clump, or a sporran? Question number 3. Why do dogs have wet noses? Is it helping them absorb scent chemicals? Does it enhance oxygen intake? Or does it help prevent infection? Question 4. A male cat is referred to as a tom, but what is a female cat called? This one will need some moderation. A male cat is referred to as a tom. What is a female cat called? Question number 6. What is the top speed of a greyhound? Number only. Get rid of that. That's from when I had it as a free text. Question 6 of 8. How many muscles does a cat have in its ears? 7, 32, 59, or 205? How many muscles does a cat have in its ears? 7, 32, 59, or 205? Question 7. All dogs have pink tongues except 2 breeds. Can you name one of them? All dogs have pink tongues except 2 breeds. Can you name one of them? And the last question this round. Which part of a cat's body is as unique as a human fingerprint? Is it the nose, the paw, the whiskers, or the bum? Which part of a cat's body is as unique as a human fingerprint? A nose, paws, whiskers, or its bum? Right, I'd give you another minute to complete that round, but I don't think you need it. So we'll carry on. The sports round. It's a quick round. Just 5 questions in this round. Okay, this is another caching thing. So just so you know that quite a lot of these rounds we've done, I've changed them to be multiple choice, but because now I know, if I change the rounds, I have to wipe them on the quiz and then re-upload them. Okay, so you won't have to moderate these on the night. But they're saved as they are. Okay, so in what sport does Fanny Chemlar compete for Germany? Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'll give you the multiple choice ones. Yeah. There we are. Downhill skiing, curling, ski jump, or snowboard cross? What sport does Fanny Chemlar compete for Germany? Is it downhill skiing, curling, ski jump, or snowboard cross? Question 2. I can't see that round of mine. Can you see question 2? Yeah, it's not gone on mine. Okay. All right. Resuming. Oh, I'll carry on. Cockshot and beaver are terms used in what game? And the multiple choice answers are backgammon, dodgeball, professional tag, or racquetball. Cockshot and beaver are terms used in what game? Backgammon, dodgeball, professional tag, or racquetball. Question number 3. Dump and floater are techniques used in which team sport? And the multiple choice answers are fishing, volleyball, handball, or ice hockey. Fishing, volleyball, handball, or ice hockey. Where is this stadium? Is it the MCG in Melbourne? Is it Eden Gardens, Calcutta? Is it the Oval in London? Or is it the AT&T Park in San Francisco? And the last question in this round. Where is this stadium? Is it the Yankee Stadium, New York? Is it the London Stadium? Is it the Etihad, Manchester? Or is it the Memorial Stadium in Bristol? Right, I'll give you a minute to check on those answers before we move on. Moderators, do you need a thumbs up? We're good. Okay, cats and dogs answers. Number 1. The most popular dog in 2020 was a Labrador, not the Cockapoo. A group of cats is called a clouder. Didn't know that either. Why do dogs have wet noses? It helps them absorb scent chemicals. Question 4. A male cat is referred to as Tom. What's a female cat called? It's called a Molly. Top speed of a greyhound, well done, is 45 miles an hour. Question number 6. How many muscles does a cat have in its ears? 32. All dogs have pink tongues except 2 breeds. Can you name one of them? It's a Shar-Pei. That is another one that's been changed to a multiple choice. Which part of a cat's body is as unique as a human fingerprint? Its nose. Moving on to the sport round answers. What sport does Fanny Chemlar compete for in Germany? It's skiing. Cockshot and beaver are terms used in what game? Backgammon. Dump and floater are techniques used in which team sport? It's volleyball. Where is the stadium? The stadium is the MCG Stadium in Melbourne. And the last question in this round before we reveal the scores, this stadium is the London Stadium. Let's go on to the scoreboard. A-Team still in the lead, closely followed by the boss. So this one might be another one which has been cached, but we'll see. So this is similar to the Balls round, but we have Disney film years. Okay, Okay, that did work. Okay, in relation to, if I give you the, in relation to Aladdin in 1992, were the following films released later or earlier? So, was Beauty and the Beast released later or earlier than Aladdin? Now, we're talking here about the original animation, not the remakes, not the live action films or anything like that. We're talking about the original animated release. No, they all relate back to the previous answer. I will do, so I'll go for each of them one at a time. Okay, all right. Well, I'll reiterate it with each question. So, Beauty and the Beast, was that released later or earlier than The Little Mermaid? Question 2. Not Little Mermaid, sorry, Aladdin. The Little Mermaid, was The Little Mermaid released later or earlier than Beauty and the Beast? Question 3. The Lion King, was that released later or earlier than The Little Mermaid? Question 4. The Jungle Book, was this released later or earlier than The Lion King? This is again the original release. Question 5. 101 Dalmatians. Original release, was this later or earlier than The Jungle Book? Cinderella, was this later or earlier than 101 Dalmatians? Oh yeah, what's the one with the black tongue? That's true. Sharpay and don't know. I'll have to look at the answers. I'll tell you now. Again, it's another one that's been multiple choiced. Multiple choiced. In fact, I've removed that question on the actual quiz because it was, I thought, too hard. Pinocchio, was that released later or earlier than Cinderella? Pinocchio, was that released later or earlier than Cinderella? And the last one in this round, Bambi, was that later or earlier than Pinocchio? Okay, going to give you a minute to complete your answers before we move on to the final round. Okay, just going to pretend time has passed. We're starting the final round, which is hamster, Trump, or Boris. I'm going to show you some images close up of hair, and you have to tell me whether it's a hamster, whether it's Trump, or whether it is Boris. Question number 1. Is this a hamster? Is this Trump? Is this Boris? Now, again, this has been changed to a multiple choice answer. So you have to type the answers in on this one, but on the night, this will be graded automatically once I refresh the questions. Question number 2. Is this a hamster, Trump, or Boris? Question number 2. Is this a hamster, Trump or Boris? Question number 3. Is this a hamster, Trump or Boris? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, shouldn't matter on the 9. Penultimate question of the quiz. Make it a good one. Now, is that a hamster, Trump or Boris? Final question. Is that a hamster? Is that Trump? Or is that Boris? Yeah. Okay. Higher or lower, earlier or later? So Beauty and the Beast, in relation to Aladdin, it was earlier. The Little Mermaid, it was earlier than Beauty and the Beast. The Lion King was later than The Little Mermaid. The Jungle Book was earlier. 101 Dalmatians was earlier than The Jungle Book. Cinderella was earlier than 101 Dalmatians. Pinocchio was earlier than Cinderella. And Bambi was later. Well done. Tricky one. Moving on to the final round. Hamster, Trump, or Boris? Let's have a look at that first one. This was Boris. Number 2 was, of course, a hamster. I thought those highlights might catch you out. Number 3, Boris. Number 4 was a hamster. And number 5 was Trump. Which leads us to the final scoreboard. The A-team win. If only I could see the scores. Yeah. A-team won it by 3.